Hey, you wanna get high, man?
Hello guys, it's me Swag, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how I record my videos in 720p and 60 frames per second. This also can go to 1080p 60 frames per second. I'll also show how to do that. It's basically the same thing, just clicking a little different button. But let's just begin the tutorial. Three things you're going to need will be, actually two. Two? Is it two? Yeah, I think it's two. You're going to need a recording software. Actually, yeah, three things I guess. You're going to need a recording software. For example, I use Fraps. You could use DxOry as well, or OVH, but I don't like to use OVH because it's really not meant for recording, more like for streaming. I mean, I use it for a recording device, like, you know, to record my screen, but I don't think you'll need it. Okay, just potting up. Let's see. Let's disconnect from the server real quick. Really what you're gonna need to do when you download this, you probably already have this, but if you don't, you download this and you set you go to the movies tab, and then you're gonna change the directory to the folder that you'll want. I recommend recording to a second drive if you have one, and recording to that, just, you know, in case you lag on the game will lag. Basically, it will have like a bunch of lag spikes. At least it did for me. Unless you have an SSD, it won't lag. But if you have like a normal HDD drive, it will make your game lag a little bit. So I do recommend going to a second drive. But if you don't have the option to do that, you can go straight to the first drive and setting up a folder wherever. I used to have a folder like right here. This used to be my old recording folder, so I'd just go to this, and all my recordings would be here. Oh, they still are. Yeah, my recordings are still here. Cool. And yeah, I record to this, but this is my second drive. That's why it has a little thing right here. All right, so moving on. I'll get to why you're gonna need we're gonna set a certain amount of frames, and I'll get to that on the second part of the video. But the other thing you're gonna need is obviously a game to record. For example, Minecraft is a perfect, substitute for this. But for example, here I'm on MC Dreams. A guy recommended, he told me to do this video because he didn't know how to do it, and I've actually had a lot of people actually tell me what you record with, and etc. And I'm just don't want to comment all the, reply to all of the comments. And I know it sounds kind of like rude, but it's really just gets annoying after a while when like 30 different people keep on asking me on 30 different kinds of videos, and it's just easier if I'll, just link you guys to the video, and then you guys can have better, better help than just a comment saying do this and do that. But here we go. I don't know why I get 30 frames per second on here. I think it's because, not because I'm on an extreme. I'm pretty sure it's because, oh yeah, because OVH. Since like I'm not recording, I'm recording to my main monitor, so I'm recording my monitor. I'm not recording my my Minecraft. So if I wanted to like get over like I will usually get like 200 frames per second, but since it's not, it's only gonna stay at 30. Maybe go up to like a 33 or some shit. But yeah, so don't be like, oh, your computer shit. But I actually don't care if you say that. All right, so after you recorded your footage, which I already have, you're gonna have to open whatever, or you're gonna need a recording, not a recording, what I'm talking about, a software to edit. So I'd recommend Vegas Pro 13 or Vegas Pro 12, whichever one you like, whichever one you can find first. They're basically the same thing. 13 is a little bit more newer, and has a little bit more features in it. Another program you could use for beginners is Camtasia Studio 8, but I really don't recommend that, due to the fact I don't know how to use that very well, and I don't know if you can edit 60 frames per second videos on there. But if you don't want to record 60 frames per second videos, you could still do it on here, Camtasia Studio. You just look up a video, because I really don't want to like open too many things up in my in my computer. But not that it matters, but I'll make the tutorial a little bit longer. This is going to be a tutorial for Sony Vegas Pro though. And basically you open up your recording, editing software. And for example, I already have a video set up. I usually just put my intro up, and then I put the video clip.
You wanna get high, man?
I don't want to show the chords to that area. But this is basically a video where Panthers gives me a bunch of I'm gonna say op things. I mean, it's a good pick. He's giving me a bunch of like stuff because he's like I guess he's a subscriber. I'm not sure if he's a subscriber. I think he just likes me or something. But yeah, I really do appreciate all that. And I will upload this because I'm working on I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little sneak peek. I'm working on a Let's Play for MC Dreams, and yeah, hopefully I get that up soon. And yeah, I'm gonna upload it for that. Also might upload some SimCity. But okay, moving on. Basically, when you're done rendering, editing all your video clips. For example, this is not something I'd upload, but you know, I'd put music and stuff over it. But this is just, you know, for example purpose. And basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on this little replay thing, the loop playback, and then you're gonna click it, and then basically you're gonna double click on one of these videos, and then you're just gonna drag it. So then you basically just want this to be in the whole video. This will determine where you want it to render. So like if I just wanted to render this, my intro, it'll just render my intro. I don't want it to do that. I wanted to render the whole thing. So you're gonna put it as a whole thing. Maybe you want a little bit of like a black screen at the end. You could do that, but I don't want that. I already have that set to like as a fade away. So like when I do that, it just fades away. And I can make it fade all I want to.
The guy that did the trade with the leather.
I'll just fade it off right there, as you can see. But yeah, moving on. Basically, all you do is that, and then you go to render as. So here's where it gets a little bit trickier. Basically, what you're gonna want to do, and if you have like a thing like this, I already have presets, but for this purpose, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we're gonna unclick Show Favorite Only, and then we're gonna see all these little things. So ignore most of them. Just go down to where it says Windows Media Video V11 WMV. WMV, not WMA. There's two different ones. This one's for audio and this one's for videos. So basically, you're gonna scroll down and you're gonna see all these 720p, 720p, 720p. You're gonna be like, well, which one do you recommend? Well, it depends. It all depends on if you want quality or do you want it to render faster. Basically, if you want to render it faster but still have 720p HD quality, you can render it at 720p 24p video. And I mean, it'll be okay. It won't be that bad. But you know, if you really want the best quality out of your videos possible, which is what I use, is I'll use 720p 30p video. And you know, I could use 1080p, but that would take way too long to upload it or render. Render. So I really don't recommend using 1080p, but if you do want to use 1080p and you have the time available, you go right ahead and use that. But it's basically the same process. Like if you just want to, you know, record, I mean, if you want something in between, you could use the 25p, 720, 25p, this one. But I'd use this one for me at least. I use the best quality possible. But okay, so moving on to that frame thing, we'll go back to fraps real quick. The reason why you're gonna want to have set a fraps capture, a fraps FPS capture, like cap, an FPS cap, that's what it's called. I would recommend putting at 60 depending on your computer. I get over 120 frames per second, so I just set it to 120, just, you know, so I have fallback. You know, so let's say I lag a little bit. I mean, I won't lag lower than 60, it'll lag lower than 120, and it'll stay the same as 60. Yeah, this is what I'd recommend if you have like a, you know, high-end PC, which is something that I have. Not really like really high-end, but if you're getting over 300 to 200 frames per second, I'd recommend putting this to 120. But if you're getting like 100 frames per second, I'd recommend putting it at 60. Moving on. Yeah, you're gonna want to set to that. If you're recording at 30 frames per second, you're not gonna be able to do this part of the video. So that'll be okay. Like if you don't want 60 frames per second in your videos, then you go right ahead and just click here to whichever one you want, and then just render, and you'll be good to go. After that, if you just want, you know, this, like a 60 frames per second video, you're gonna want to first record at 60 frames per second or above. For example, I already have a clip here. This is this was a 120 frames per second video, so we're gonna use that. And to make a preset, to make a preset, what you're gonna want to do is customize a template, and then we're gonna go back to here. Actually, let me double check this because I don't want to mess up. What was it? Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. So let's say you want to use the higher one, which is the one I recommend. Like I said, you want to use custom template, and then we're gonna go back to video, and then you're gonna see frame rate. It's gonna say 29.970 NTSC. And don't worry about that. All you gotta do is highlight it and erase that, and then you're gonna put 60.000. So once we have that, that's gonna be rendering at 60 frames per second. Sorry about that. And yeah, this is basically, you can put it to sharper or smoother, video smoother. I mean, I really don't recommend playing with that stuff, but if you do want to play with it, you know, have like a smoother video, like I'd usually put it like around a balance 50, so have like a smooth video with 60 frames per second as well. And you know, actually, yeah, do that. Video smoothness, put it at 50, so it's all balanced. After that, all you want to do is go to video render quality. Just go to project video render quality and put it at best, which is, you know, we wanted to record it at best as possible. And also right here, you could put it to whatever name you want. So if you want to put it at, I don't know, test, I'll put it as test because it's a test. We'll do that, and then you have to press the little save template, and then put OK. So after that, you have a template set, and if you wanted to put it to your favorite, so you don't have to scroll down through all the you know things, all you got to do is press a little star, and then just click on show favorite only, and it's gonna be right here. Test, you see, it's gonna be right here. So after that, all you gotta do is press render, and the video will start rendering. It usually takes me about, I don't know, I mean, this will take me about like 3 minutes to render, but the only reason why that takes so long, you know, it's only like a minute and 15 second video. It's not that long. It takes me a minute if I'm not rendering it at 60 frames per second. But since I am, it will take 40% longer. So take that in mind. If you want to render faster. Why do I keep on saying record? If you want to render faster, make sure you don't put it at 60 frames per second, because it will take a lot longer than usual. So if you have a lower end PC, you'll literally sit here for a whole entire 30 minutes or even longer just to you know, do a 60 frames per second video. So anyways, I'm not saying, like, if you have a lower end PC, you most likely, let's just, you know, don't put it at 60 frames per second. If you can, you know, just make sure you have the time, because it will take a long time. After that, guys, all you got to do when it's done, it's gonna pop up to whatever, you know, you have it set to. You can just open folder. When it's done, it's gonna say open folder, and then you can drag it to your desktop or whatever. For example, all you gotta do after that is just upload the video. I don't know why I'm here. Upload the video, and the only way I do that is I go to recordings. So let's see a video that I've already. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna use anything really. I'm not really trying to record. All you gotta do is this, and it'll start uploading. This will take a long time because I never rendered the video, so it's basically rendering it for me. But yeah guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. That's how I record my 60 frames per second 720p videos. Again, I don't have the best quality in the world, but you can put the best quality. The only reason why I don't have best quality is because I put it at 720p, 30p, 60 frames per second, and you know, that's obviously 720p, and you know, I can go up to 1080p. I can put it to 4K if I wanted to, 4K 60 frames per second if I really wanted to, but I don't want to be having to, you know, taking 3 years to just render one clip. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I know a lot of you have been asking for this on the comment section below. And anyways, yeah guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And see you guys next time.